Invasion angle.
Episode 30. Am I right? Shit. I can't
Thirsty
believe it.
30.
Yo,
Thirsty
Mickey Rourke.
30.
Look, I look like Mickey Rourke.
Ooh. Celsius peach vibe. You look exactly like Mickey Rourke, dude.
Rodney Ram.
When I met Stephen Baldwin, he showed me a picture of him, his brother Billy, and Mickey Rourke all together. He's like, "See, it's me with Mickey Rourke." I was
What
like,
did you say back?
I said, "Nice." I loved
Huh.
him in The Wrestler. I literally said that actually.
And then you took out your
I was like,
phone
"Do you
and
fuck
showed
with
him a pic.
wrestling, dude?"
Yeah. You should have took out your phone and showed him the picture of him that you took with him. Be like, hey, yeah, dude, I met Stephen Baldwin. Here it
Yeah,
is.
really blow his mind right there.
Yeah. He was
We didn't
kind of a
take the photo
psycho.
with each other till after.
Yeah, I'd be like, he's kind of a psycho, and like he just wouldn't leave us alone in this Walmart. And I was trying to
And
get
he
some
seemed
toilet paper,
coked
but
out.
yeah,
I couldn't tell it was him because of how glassy his eyes were. Anyway,
Dude, you're just spreading misinformation. He would never do that.
I'll show you the picture. I'll set it as my background in the next segment. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Wrestling.
Wait, you gotta
He-
see. You gotta see. I'm not drinking this, but I'm
This
holding it.
episode sponsored by Coffee Zins. There's a shortage in
Episode
the nation.
sponsored by Aaron Judge Prime that I might be
hell
sending
yeah,
to John.
hell yeah. But they're so good, you're just gonna keep drinking
It's
them
like
all.
piss, dude. Even
What
though I've
flavor is
never.
it?
Um,
Might
I
not say
wish.
on it. Get to
Oh,
guess them now.
cherry freeze.
Okay, word. I love the other cherry freeze.
There you go. Yeah,
That's awesome,
I haven't found the other one, but I'm looking.
dude. Hell yeah,
Apparently, that one's like actually hard to find. But
yeah. And we're
shit.
also yeah,
What are we also sponsored by?
Celsius peach vibe and Stephen
Oh yeah.
Baldwin dance and in Stephen Baldwin's IG videos.
This is the one Stephen Baldwin Instagram video where he's like, just dropped my wife off at the airport. I do this every time. And he's just breaking down crying in his car.
And he just like keeps zooming in on his eyes, like,
Fucking love
and
that
then
guy.
he is a fucking American hero.
I don't agree
And
with his politics, but he's such a character.
yeah, he should be locked up in a biodome again for sure.
With Polly Shore. All right, do you guys want to talk about wrestling yet?
Yeah.
I guess.
Have they earned it yet?
Uh, yeah, did they earn it or are we edging them?
I think so. We're gooning them. All right. What are we
Alright.
It's
starting
often,
with, John?
I say we start with fucking money in the bank,
Yep,
dude.
that's why I
Get
got
that
Drew.
money.
I got WWE Hall of Famer Drew Carey behind me.
Huge
And Glenn.
wrestling fan.
Yeah.
A WrestleMania host at one point too, Drew, and
Hell yeah.
he's done some fun stuff at W, and he hosted one of the Raws too.
But he's never won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but another Drew did this year.
No,
Drew
yeah,
Gulak.
McIntyre. Is that his middle name?
Shit.
Gulak's his middle name.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
And yeah. Cody said that Drew Gulak's a piece of shit, so I believe Cody. See you later, Gulak.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started out with sorry, I'm on Raw. Which match did they start out with again? Hold on a second.
You
I think they
fucking
started out.
asshole.
I thought they started out with the men's
They
Money in the
started with the
Bank.
men's.
I think they did open with that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're exactly right.
Thanks.
I had my Raw thing up. But we're not going to
Typical.
start there. We're gonna start out of order a little bit. We're gonna start with I thought one of the weakest matches of the night, but also still pretty decent, was the women's ladder match. It's like a 3-star match. It's a problem that I've been seeing with the WWE's women's division for like a few pay-per-views now, and these like multi-women specific matches. We've seen on Raw. You watch that one like Battle Royal for the title. the Elimination Chamber. Like these matches start out so fucking botchy. Like the spots aren't bad ideas. They just like botched them and like there's just not chemistry at all. And it's just like all over the place and people missing their spots and not knowing where to be. And it was like
The
that again. And then I would say, yeah, a little
Hibachi
over like,
Boys.
yeah, the Debachi boys. Yeah.
They started to catch their bearings though near
No,
the
they
end of
did.
it. Yeah.
No, I'd say about
Is that a
50,
phrase?
I would say 50 to 60% in. Um they really did. And that's why I ended up being like a three. Like if the beginning of the match wasn't as botchy and just a little more clean, it's a fucking easy four plus star match. But yeah, the second half was really good and the ending was fucking awesome. It was really awesome. Chelsea Green taking a gigantic fucking spot out of the ring through the tables off the ladder. And when it was fucking gnarly and cool as fuck. And
It's the
it was
real
great
death
to have
match
that.
queen.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And it was cool to like have that moment where like she really looked like she was gonna win, uh and then you're just like, wow, that was even cooler than her winning, doing that fucking gigantic spot, dude. And it was funny afterwards, it was just like extra footage WWE put out. It like showed her backstage and she like walked into the press conference room and she's talking, and then Adam Pierce comes in and he's just like, who are you talking to? And they show her like no one there because she's out of it and like she's concussed and she's just being like, oh yeah, and like you guys and like
That's dark.
so, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I prefer Ric
That's
Flair
fun, though.
faking heart attacks instead.
yeah,
That's
no,
fun though. I think that's fun.
yeah, it was like cartoonish though. It was fun and her
Yeah.
character's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone loves her as a heel, dude.
Benoit used to fake that backstage too, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't take that shit too lightly.
Whatever,
yeah,
man.
he
So
faked it all the time.
Whatever, man. You always have to make it so dark, Chris. Who hurt
But
you?
Kevin
yeah, some
Sullivan
of
hurt
the
me, dude.
yeah, he hurt us all, brother. Him and JJ Dillon, those motherfuckers. Um, but yeah, I would say the coolest spots in the match was Zoe Stark and Chelsea's like giant table saw at the end was like the pinnacle. And then they did like I think it was like Io Shirai. She did like some type of like power bomb almost
Like a
tombstone
Falcon
thing.
Arrow type shit. I don't know what
Yeah,
it was.
like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. And it was like not super clean, but it was still pretty badass. Like that
Mhm.
was because those spots don't have to be completely clean. Like you're slamming on a ladder, it's not gonna look pretty, and it like
Yeah,
shouldn't always. Sometimes when it looks like perfect clean, they just like bounce off and stuff. It doesn't have the same effect. But yeah, moving on to Bloodline versus Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy. This to me was
Randy,
fucking. This was a lot
Randy
of
Orton.
fun. Randy Orton, and this was a lot of fun. It's an easy 4 star match for me, and I like I don't know. It's such a good trios match because WWE and like I don't know, they're not really known for having amazing trios matches all the time. They're usually just throwaway matches on Raw or whatever, and it was fucking fire. And they booked fucking the werewolf so well in this, and so dude, just so strong. Like just so many points in the matches where he's just fucking bulldozing everybody and just fucking unstoppable. And
Yeah,
I
but they
thought it
made
was
him wear
great.
boots.
Yeah, they say
I
put your
want to see
boots
that
on.
defeat.
Yeah,
True.
Dude, werewolves don't wear boots. They grow out of the shoes when they become a
dude.
werewolf.
Wouldn't it be cool if they had
Come
like
on.
werewolf, if he had like nails shooting out of like the end of the boots with like his toes? But
Kind of
He
crazy.
needs to get some gloves with fur on them.
He used to do
Rawr.
Teen Wolf cosplay.
Mhm.
yeah, and then and then like there was this like random spot like where Tama like fucked up a low blow, but it was cool
No,
because
it was the other one.
it was
Tongaloa.
Tongaloa. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tongaloa.
Oh, I thought you
he
said
punched.
Tama.
No, I did it first. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
yeah,
No,
Tonga, dude. Every single time, like
he
he
was the
almost
one
didn't
getting
come
put
out
up.
on time. He almost didn't come down out on time the one time. Like he just botches. He has small spots every single match.
Yeah,
Easy
Tonga
things to
punched
do, and
him.
he
He
fucks them
punched him
up,
in the
dude.
hole. He
He
might hold.
punched.
What's
He
his
did like a
face?
punch,
Yeah,
and then he
Randy.
did
Yeah, Randy
another
didn't
one
move.
and hit him in
Yeah,
the
well,
head.
Yeah, he
yeah, well,
punched
Randy.
Tonga in the
No,
head.
it was Kevin Owens.
No,
It
I
was
was talking about. Are you talking about the go when he was going for a low blow from
yeah,
behind?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he like missed it, and Randy didn't. I thought it was Randy. Randy didn't sell it
No, it
because
was
he
Kevin
missed it.
Owens.
I thought it was Randy because Randy just kept because he had someone else.
You're
I think
watching
it
didn't
was.
too
sell
many.
it.
You're
I think it
watching
was,
too many 3-hour episodes of Raw,
I
dude.
think it was Kevin too, but
Maybe it was Kevin. Maybe I'm thinking about another fucked up low blow spot too. Because
Yeah,
I'd noted
probably.
Tama. But I
I
thought
mean,
it
I can
was
look it up.
super. I thought it was super important that Solo pinned Cody, and like the
Fuck.
champ was
Fuck
pinned
it.
because Cody. That's rare because Solo. My biggest issue with this, like with this whole run, it's you got to keep trying to establish Solo as a scary force again because for whatever reason you made him job out for fucking 6 months straight for the bloodline.
Mhm.
Like when they're just having so it's just like people don't forget that. Like so why all of a sudden like is he you know what I mean? Because he put a red jacket on and talks more now. Is he stronger? So like they had to fucking do that shit. I think their idea was like, oh well, because he was so dominant over Cena. It's like, yeah, you should have built on that, not fucking just been like, well, people will remember that. Like they won't care about like these throwaway shows where he lost on Raw in 3 minutes, but it's
It was
just
it was Kevin Owens.
Yeah. What is that move called
okay.
that he was trying to lift him up into?
Like a package powder.
Yeah, there you go. Small package.
Yeah, that's so,
I
so
was
that's a different spot then. So the spot I was talking about was a different botch. It was
Wow.
Tama. He was going in the ring to give Randy a low blow, and he just
These
like misses a
Samoans or these
he
Tongans.
he misses the low blow completely, and like but Randy as a professional instead of doing like a fake reaction and being like oh he just didn't sell it, and then he had to do it again, and then he sold it. But the small things like those were like a couple botches, but the rest of the match was just fucking awesome, and it was just full speed the whole time. There was no like build like it was match. Let's build it up, a little bit. Like it was just balls to the wall the whole time. And dude, I mean, I love fucking Jacob Fatu in general, but like having him in WWE and like them booking him like super strong, and also just like letting him run wild with the boys is fucking it's lit. Liddy 500. We loved
Yeah.
it. We are werewolf men,
How many
and we
more
love.
how many more Samoans are coming, dude?
I mean, at least 5 right now that are like pretty that could do it. Zilla to me is
Yeah.
would be next after
Umaga's son.
no after what's it called
Hikuleo.
yeah Hikuleo, and then
They
Zilla, and
should just
then
make their own weekly show of Samoans at this point.
dude, right? Maybe that's what like they'll have just Wednesday night bloodline, dude, and they just got. And then, like, what you do is, like, you have wrestlers from all the other shows try to come on and beat the Samoans, but they always lose.
They just get jumped
That's
out.
what it's called. Beat the
Yeah,
Samoans.
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. This week on Beat the Samoans.
BTS.
Yeah. Yeah, so next, the men's ladder match, which to me was the match of the night. I loved it, and going into it, I was excited because a lot of the times they'll throw I don't know. They throw like a group together where it's just like a lot of up and comers and then a few people that they're just throwing in because they're high flyers or something like your ricochets. They're not going to win, but they're just being thrown in. And like for this one, like you could reasonably make an argument for any of these guys in the match to have won it. So that was awesome going into it, honestly. And it also was surprising to me because like but I was also worried because I was like, all right, now you don't have these high flyers or people are gonna be doing crazy spots. Like, is LA Knight and all these other guys gonna do wild spots and drew up the ladders? And they, to their credit, they absolutely did. And Chad Gable's suplex to LA Knight, suplexing him out of the ring was fucking insane on the ladder. It was
I would say
just
Chad Gable
fucking
was like the one, in my opinion, in that match. He was
yeah,
doing crazy shit.
yeah. Dude, him and then Andrade was fucking insane too, dude. He brought his like AEW next level power and hardcore match stuff in like right
He
away.
left
Like,
he left the speed championship at home that night.
Oh
yeah, he
yeah.
did.
He
Yep.
said we're
He
taking
said,
this one slow, baby.
yeah, he said, Charlotte, watch this for me tonight. Daddy's got to go work. Tell your dad to stop fucking calling me when he's drunk at 3 a.m.
He's
Hey,
not
El
drunk.
Idolo.
He's just hyped up off the woo energy.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go golfing, El Idolo.
but yeah, Andrade to me, he was like my all-star. Dude, he landed an inverted Spanish fly off the ropes, like having them stand on the rope. Like that was fucking insane. Like it was just beyond pro. And then his power bomb he did off the ladder from the top of the ladder was insane. And then a summit like the one spot that was pretty fucking crazy was like also did a Somerset flip off of like the top of the ladder down to the ladder below. And yeah, it was just really dope and memorable spots. And yeah, Andrade and Gable, I can't say enough about them in that match. Um, and the one spot that was fucking hilarious and also just because it was so fucked up, um, was when Chad Gable he gets up top and he's holding on to the briefcase and then he's just hanging and he's swinging because he can't get it unlocked because he's an idiot. And he falls off eventually, but like when he's swinging and as he falls and he just literally face planted fucking from up there, face first, like into the mat. And he had a spot like literally 2 seconds later where he gets fucking destroyed with a clothesline or something. And it was just like you could tell he was like just realizing for the clothesline, like, oh man, that fucking hurt. And then he was ripped off his feet again. But yeah, it was awesome, dude. And like just all little cool things that were original. Like Drew did this one spot where he was on outside the ring and Jay was climbing the ladder. He gets to the top and Drew picked up a ladder over his head and just threw it across the like over the ropes across the ring up into Jay Uso on top of the ladder. And it was dope. It looked like a video game. And I hope they add that.
Yeah,
And and
definitely
then
will.
and then after that, Sammy and Braun Breaker was solid. Sammy got the dub or whatever, and he's still being booked strong, and Braun's still being a psycho. And yeah, that was a good match. 3.5 stars.
People are
Good
mad that
time.
Sammy didn't they're calling him Hulk Hogan because he
We're not
retained.
putting over Braun. Well, I mean, he
Yeah.
hasn't even
It's
had the
just like
title that long yet.
Yeah,
WWE
that's what I
fans are
was
just like
thinking.
fucking stupid, or just wrestling fans in general.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, overall, there's just endless stupid wrestling
It's just
fans.
like if the person they don't want to win like wins, they just call him Hulk Hogan regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They just get like wrestling fan. Well, I think it's like people in general just get like latched on to dumbass fucking terms. Like I wish you could ban the word like cinema, aura, and like all that shit from like pro wrestling fans because it just pisses me the fuck off whenever I see it, regardless of the company.
Yeah.
yeah.
This person has max aura, and it's just like Joe Henry walking to the ring. All right.
It's James
He's got
Ellsworth in a
the
cage.
yeah, yeah. He's got the complete aura, dude.
Severe
Like, dude,
aura.
like we gotta fucking chill out on this word. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Braun Breaker's cool, bro. He's gonna win. Just he's been
He's
on the
gonna get the
roster
IC
for like
title
fucking
eventually.
4 months. Chill out. Like,
Yeah, he'll get an IC title. He'll fucking they're booking him super strong. And yeah, he's an animal. He's gotten so much better on the mic, and yeah, the world's his. Like him and Mello, like both on are both meant to do big things on Raw and SmackDown. So
yeah,
the setup is there. And then the other match was Damian versus Seth, which was a solid match between them. And then like the antithesis of it was Drew cashed in his earlier Money in the Bank win. And then yeah, he's whooping some ass and they makes it a triple threat match. And then the one, the only CM Punk comes out and he ruins it for him again and
ooh,
just beats his
Wow.
ass. And then that kind of led to like, a couple nights later on Raw, CM Punk started the show this week and yeah, Seth came out because Seth said, I told you to stay out of my fucking business and you wouldn't stay out of it. And I told you you came back and you're a cancer. and
That is
you
kind of what he
can't do
sounds like.
this. You can't do
So
this.
bad.
Yeah. And then CM Punk was like, "Oh well, I guess I apologize." And he's like, "You know what? I don't feel bad." And then they were just pissed at each other a bunch, but they're best friends, as you can see.
Hmm.
Is that
That's
who
them
that is? That's
backstage.
Seth? That's Seth kissing him?
That's Tony D'Angelo, bro.
That's what it looks
No,
like.
that's Seth.
Dora.
Yeah, it's
It's Seth. Yeah, Seth and Punk backstage. 'Cause
Wow.
they're heroes, dude. They're fucking. And I remember posting something when like he came back and Seth had like the shoot work like where he was like screaming at Survivor Series and everyone was like, and I posted, I'm like, that was like a really good work, and everyone's like, dude, like how could you like say that's a work? Like
It's
they have that
real.
pass, dude. Yeah, they have that pass, and
It's
I'm like,
still real to me, damn it.
what? Yeah, of Seth being no, it is a real. It's a real good work. You know what I mean? Just because it's a work doesn't make it not real. That's why I hate people like when they get worked, like the other wrestling fans talking about dumb wrestling fans. Like when they get worked, they get like pissed about it. They're like, "How dare you?" And it's just like, "What do you
Mhm.
like? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like
Don't fucking shatter the fantasy, dude. What the fuck?
you can't shatter it because that's the thing. You never know what's true and what's not. And then there's always a gray area with wrestling. You always get like a little bit too much information and never enough, and you're somewhere in the middle. And you got to decide a lot of these stories and things that happen in wrestling yourself. And that's what it's fun being a fan because you just have options all day long as far as making decisions on what's fake and real. But yeah, and that ended with Damien retaining because Drew got fucked over and Seth got fucked too, and that was Money in the Bank.
what a piece of
And
shit.
and then as I said, that's how Raw started. 4 minutes of Punk and Rollins, and I don't know. Raw was a really good show. Figure we hop into that and just rip through that because as far as like pretty solid matches across the night, um and just the Liv Morgan Dom Mysterio story throughout the show is just fucking I don't know, it's hilarious. At first to me it was like a little bit like I don't know, like whatever is like is there something like better way to do this maybe? But they've definitely made it a lot funnier each week and um it was just Carlito was just funny as fuck. Like they were like backstage and like it cuts to like it's Dom and Liv locker room and they're just sitting there talking to each other and she's like creeping on him and because they had a tag match or whatever um against or they I think they had a tag match against his dirtbag father Ray and Zelina Vega, so they were like getting ready for their match and like it was like that classic clip of Triple H and Trish Stratus like when like he's helping her stretch or whatever. Ever see that?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because they have a tag match together. Yes, it was like definitely a throwback to that 100%. Because she's like but she's doing it. She's like holding Dom's leg up and like stretching him out. He's like, oh, he's like, that feels good actually. Wow. And then like all of a sudden, like you can see the corner of like the locker room, and uh, two heads pop up, and it's Drew and Finn. No, it's JD and Drew, and they just pop their heads out like a cartoon, and they're just like looking at the corner. And then Damian Priest walks around the corner too, and Carlito, and then Damian's just like, dude, you're just getting yourself in so much trouble, man. He's like, and then Carlito's just like, and Damian's just like, you're gonna make this even more hard on yourself, Dom. And then Carlito's like, I think it already is hard, and he's like looks down, and then everyone looks at him, they're like, hey, hey,
Epic.
hey, and they push Carlito out of the room and stuff, and
Boner.
yeah, dude, I have missed a boner joke on WWE for it's been a long time. I don't know how you could find that in the archives, but it's been a minute. We
Play
had
to
the
your
small wiener
strengths, you
joke.
know what I mean?
We had the small wiener jokes with the Miz, which was really funny. He's
And the
got a tiny
balls. That was
wiener.
balls.
Ow, my
Small
Balls,
balls.
balls,
right?
yeah. Little tiny balls.
Yeah,
Ow,
but
my
tiny
balls. My
tiny wiener
favorite
always goes
TV
with tiny
show.
balls. But yeah, it was
Ow
cool.
My
And then we
Balls
got
is a
more.
good show.
Yeah, then we got more Bo Dallas. And dude, these promos he's cutting are just so fucking good. And like the quality and just everything they're doing when TK is taking over, like they're making these a lot less cheesier. You know, like I don't know, and it's
I
just
don't even think that's
it,
like TKO. I think that's just Vince McMahon being gone.
no, yeah, and
True.
I think well that's what I'm saying, like having the new
Mhm.
leadership and
Yeah.
like intact now, and like it's not cheesy, and like I think they're putting more money into it. I mean, it just looks like
Hmm.
it, you know, like I feel like Vince like to spread his money around in like dumb ways sometimes too.
Yeah, like
You know, like
NDAs.
yeah, NDAs, yeah, and
Yeah.
fucking let's give Brock 10 million to wrestle 5 times this year.
To squash Kofi.
Yeah. So yeah, beepity bop. It
Bippity
was
bow.
but it was cool. Yeah, it was there, and like and then it like the night kind of ends with yeah, Bo's waiting in Adam Pierce's office for him, and he turns his head, and you're just like, oh
Wow.
my
He's
goodness,
like,
what's next?
I have a Whataburger gift
Yeah,
card.
you want to use it with me? We can go there. Um, and then yeah, I mean, I don't know, it was actually like a really fun Raw. Like they filled every
Dude,
segment up with like really good shit, and like
mommy
the
report,
matches were
bro.
straight. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. So that the whole story culminated with them with Dom pinning his dad for the first time ever, which is awesome. So he hugged Liv, and then as this celebration's happening, they almost seem like they might kiss or something. Mommy's music slams. I eat sleep
No
D,
way.
the demons in my D, da 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 da
Is that her
da.
song?
Oh, she doesn't come out to "This Is My Brutality" anymore. It's probably been a
I
Yeah,
don't
minute.
know.
that
I think she does.
that is my brutality.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's
I only know that part.
yeah, motionless in white or whatever.
Okay, okay.
She looks exactly like him. That's why she got the hair extensions. Because when they came out at WrestleMania, she would have looked too much like him. She had the short hair. And did they
She
talk
Wow.
looked.
about that on the dirt sheets? No, because some people are just more observant and a psycho.
Anyway,
Because on Invasion Angle, we don't have to pay the janitors that clean up the loads in LA Knight's fucking bathroom and shower after
Dis-
his
yeah,
match.
they pay
Disco
us.
Inferno.
Yeah, Disco Inferno for life.
Didn't Cody call him the guy who cleans up loads or something? He said
I
something
think he
like that, didn't
did. Yeah, yeah, he
That's
did.
funny.
Well, that's why I always love that joke, dude. That's always a good backstage wrestling joke for when people are being jerks. Um, but
he?
yeah,
Yeah.
So what else
me
we
oh
got?
my. So that was Raw in a nutshell, and it ends with Mommy looking like she's gonna really hurt Dom. And yeah, that leads us to checking out the only Collision, which I thought I've got the match list up.
Before we get into that, can I share a little thing that happened to me last night?
Yeah,
I listened to Jim Cornette's podcast for the first time
the
Why?
first time ever.
because so Kevin Connolly, he's like getting a lot of trouble for scamming people because he has a company that owns podcasts, and basically it was bought up by some other company or some shit. Anyway, let's spare you the details. Kevin Connolly and like some other guy, they were trying to like basically just like scam more people out of shit. And Jim Cornette was like one of the podcasts that left, which is pretty interesting.
Stephen Baldwin.
Unfortunately, no. But so I was like, let me go listen to Jim Cornette's podcast. I've never
River
actually
Phoenix.
listened to it. And I listened to the Forbidden Door review,
Did he like it?
and it wasn't my favorite.
Was
I
it
don't
his
think I
favorite?
agree with him, dude. I don't think I agree with him about a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah,
And I think
well, that's why it's good to listen to Jim Cornette and other people like that, like Eric Bischoff, because
he
when
made
you
me
don't
feel
agree with
bad, man.
no, when you don't
He doesn't
agree with
like
them, I mean,
Okada, man. He calls him Okody, which is pretty funny.
he has funny nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't stand his co-host. That's my issue with the show. He
His
sucks.
co-host is
Dion,
okay. I don't know.
he's
Kevin
all right, I
Connolly, the
guess.
Stand By Me guy.
He was in the Pussy
Kevin
Posse.
Kevin Connolly was in Entourage.
The
Who
Pussy
was in Stand
Posse.
By Me?
Stand By
You-
Me is Will Wheaton.
Yeah, River
Feldman,
Phoenix. Who's the other
River,
guy? Who's the fat guy? Isn't that Kevin
Jerry
Conley?
O'Connell. That's
Oh
Jerry
shit,
O'Connell. Yeah,
that's kind
he
of
was in the
close, I
new
guess.
guy. He's much better.
I was wondering. I was like, I guess that's not him. All right.
O'Connell all day. O'Conley, no way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I was
Yeah,
saying about the Kevin Connolly was in the crew, the Peapot, the Pussy Posse, as they called it, because
I gotta
they're
look him up.
perverts. But
They say
it's
Ethan
Kevin.
Suplee was in it too.
Yeah, he was like the
Bouncer.
honorary member. Yeah, he was the bouncer. They had him
But
stand by
yeah,
the door.
it's like them, Leo, Toby Maguire,
Yeah, Leo, Toby, and Kevin
Leo
Connolly. Yeah,
DeCaps.
yeah,
What a bunch of
Kevin
pervs, dude.
Connolly.
yeah. And then
Date
people
someone your
found
own age, you freaks.
Yeah, and people found out about their. I mean, it's cool. It's like a pretty wild stable name for
Who
sure.
is this?
That is. I would like to see them do a
It is
program with
cool
the
they made a.
bloodline.
I would too. The Pussy Posse against the. I want the Pussy Posse against the Mean Street Posse. Honestly,
Yeah. Bang Bang
I
Scissor
don't,
Gang would be a good one to go against them.
I don't know if I've ever seen a movie this guy's been in.
Dude, he sucks. He made the movie Gotti with John Travolta. Worst fucking movie in the world.
He was
he
in The
doesn't know how to
Wrestler.
direct.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to do a lot, I guess. Okay.
Uh,
Fuck Kevin
wait,
Connolly. Name of this episode: Fuck Kevin Connolly.
fuck
You
him
know, he was in The Wrestler. Did you know that?
No, he wasn't. Shut
with
That's what
up.
Mickey
it's. That's,
Rourke.
that's what it
Who's
says
he
on.
in it?
That's what it says on Google.
Who the fuck did he play?
I don't know. Give me a second. This zooms back in.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello. So yeah, Kevin Conley, kind of a scumbag.
Did you know that Kevin Conley at one point was on a 2015 episode of Raw, according
Wow.
to his IMDb?
I wonder what happened with him. Do you think he hosted maybe? Or maybe it's because Jeremy Piven hosted for that movie The Goods.
Mm, I don't know. It says I don't think so. I don't know. It's not
Kevin
telling me
Connolly,
much. So
Monday.
there's a
Anyway,
bunch of guys on. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, it was for Entourage.
can't find a single picture.
It was for Entourage because all the guys were there for Entourage. All right.
All right. It's time to get into collision, guys.
Is that what we were talking about before
Yep,
Jason
that's what we're gonna
brought
get
up his
into.
idol?
Dude, don't get me started, man.
We gotta
So
go
yeah,
fast.
collision was very good. MJF came out, kicked it off, cut a pretty good promo. Um, he's being a dick again, you know. He did a little fake out, made us think that Will Ospreay was coming. He's like, he's not here, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
I'm glad he's back in his vibe, you know what I mean? He
He's a
talked shit
dark
on
scarf.
Daniel Garcia.
Bro, he
Yeah,
murdered Daniel Garcia.
yeah, exactly. And then they rolled the clip. It was him talking about getting bullied, you know. And then
Who,
he's like,
Mac?
I opened, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I opened up to
I
you
didn't watch.
people. And yeah. So he's like, I opened up to you people and you fucking tore my heart out. You know what I mean? So
He's a
he's
baby,
pissed
dude.
now. Yeah, exactly. I think he's just trying to get real heat with the crowd. And then at the end, when he said, I'm Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I'm better than you or whatever, he was like, the crowd started doing it. And he's like, not now. It's too late. You had your fucking chance, you
But when has
sickos.
the crowd ever bullied him? So I don't
No, it's like,
confused.
uh,
It's pretty. I don't know what he's
I think
talking about. I feel
he's
like the
just
crowd's
mad.
always been with him.
He's mad that he went away and now everyone's like losing it over Will Ospreay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
okay,
kind of
that
what he
makes
was
sense.
getting on. And he
Yeah,
goes into how the only people that give a shit about Will Ospreay and the hack shit that he does is fucking some nerd named Meltzer, which is really just not
yeah.
accurate, dude.
I fuck with Dave Meltzer too. He's a silly little guy.
I like his papers.
I think
After
he's
that,
jacked to the gills.
after that, we had a trios match. It was the Conglomeration, which is their official name now. It's pretty good. Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly versus the Iron Savages. It
Ooh,
was
okay.
fun. I'm glad that they still have like a decent trios division. People aren't really stoked on trios sometimes. They're like, oh, it's
Because
just
there's
throwing
like
people together. I
there's no
like the
feuds.
Conglomeration. True. True.
That's the problem with the tag division right now. There's no feuds going on.
Yeah. Fair enough. I wish
And then what
John would
happened?
weigh in.
Who cares, man? John's taking poop.
Exactly. So yeah, it was good. Orange Cassidy got the pin. And
Okay.
anyway, fucking Hangman's back. He's
Big fan of
tweaking.
that, man.
He said, "You know why I'm here?" And he was like shouting and being angry.
I can't believe it.
He's like, "I'm gonna burn through the rest of this tournament." Yeah, brother. I'm
He's gonna
excited. I like
he's gonna murder Brian
his
Danielson tonight.
mustache. He looks more like an old timey villain.
I don't like it. I don't fucking like it.
He had
Stop
cool
it.
pants too. He had
You love
fire
it.
on his
No, this
pants.
is a fucking lose-lose for me tonight, dude. Like the American Dragon or the Cowboy. Like, why? One of them has to lose, and I don't. Can they both win? And it's a triple threat match at All In.
I think that would be
Can it?
Um,
cool.
Is that
That'd be
allowed,
no.
possible.
Tony?
They've done it before though with
Brian's
Samoa
fighting
Joe.
Nigel McGuinness, so
Nigel
They
McGuinness is a
already did.
sicko, dude.
They already did like what we're talking about though, like already with Samoa Joe to make it Samoa Joe versus Swerve versus Hangman. You know what I mean?
I just don't see Brian Danielson losing because I feel like he's gonna win the title finally at All In. I
nope.
like
Hangman's time now, baby.
Hangman already had his time,
Danielson doesn't
and
need any more
and
time.
Hangman used his time to go into fucking business for himself. That's
Well,
what he does with his time.
Danielson is arguably one of the biggest names in the company, I think, so you might as well give him his
um,
flowers.
Well,
Angelico,
I just think about All In, right? You want to think like when you're putting that
Luther.
card together, like what is the big moment we want to end this with? And I feel like Brian Danielson winning the title in a giant packed Wembley Stadium. Are they doing Wembley? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Wembley.
Winning that title like that and his probably his last of his career if we believe him
You're
about
not
his
He needs
wrong.
to
retirement.
finish
But
his story, dude.
and then we get and what do you think
I
the
love
women's world
Hangman.
title match is going to be
It's
at
Mariah
All In?
May and Tony Storm.
Right? It has to
It's the
be.
only thing that makes sense. It's not gonna be Willow.
Yeah.
You're stupid if you think it is.
Yeah. And
Dude,
hopefully,
Jeff Jarrett's a special enforcer for the Danielson
yeah.
Hangman match.
Well, and
Yeah, which is
that's
gonna
why
be fun.
Hangman's gonna lose. But that's why Hangman's gonna lose because of what he did to him.
Nah,
You
dude.
know, so
I don't know, man.
I
Never.
want I want Hangman to win, but I also I don't know how it's tough, dude. I
We
don't
might
like what
just.
I
Tony's
What
like
if
a
it's
doing
nice
a?
there.
triple threat,
What
dude.
if it's a tie? What if they tie? What if they go to distance?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do we do the triple threat match? Will we get that?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a way they
And
could do it,
then
though.
because the triple threat match also like you don't have to have Swerve even pinned. You know what I mean? So you can at least like he doesn't have to lose it super clean.
Hmm.
You just know
But
there's gonna be something where it's like 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah,
yeah,
once you hear
And
that,
I know because
you
they just
already
announced
know
it
what the
once in a
ending
blue
is.
moon. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But Jeff Jarrett can definitely he's not going to be helping Hangman, so
he's
um
gonna be he's gonna be ribbing
even
them.
unless he does help Hangman and he's Hangman's evil cowboy fucking
He's the
manager.
last outlaw.
Yeah, and then he gets fucking and then finally gets the butcher and blade. He looks like he could be brothers with the fucking butcher, like the way he was doing the same like grown
Yeah,
out beard stash, dude. Those are his boys, dude. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It's fucking sick. I fucking come on, we got to do it, Tony. Let's get it going,
cut
dude.
the shit.
Cut
Cut
the
the
shit,
shit.
Tony. Stop spending time on the Jaguars, and if they'll make the playoffs if they're lucky and lose in
Yes,
the first round.
stop
Okay?
hanging out with Michael Rubin, bro.
Yeah. Fuck you, Michael Rubin, you piece of shit.
Sure. What
We're
was
tired of
next
it.
on
So
Collision,
then
dude?
it was Trish Adora versus Tony Storm. It was a good show, good match.
Good show.
Dude, I'm so dehydrated right now. Anyway, it was a good match. Tony won. She got her 20th consecutive win. And she's just been kind of fucking killing it.
Was
She's
it win
undefeated.
or
Yeah, she's
or title
undefeated.
defense?
Title defense, I guess.
I don't know.
It was
I don't
Yeah, I
something
know if
guess
she
it would be
Shivani
lost.
both
said.
because
I don't know. Well, I don't know if she lost those tag matches. I don't remember. Remember she was like
Yeah.
tagging with Mariah May for a little bit.
I'm just going off of what
yeah,
Tony Schiavone said. He said her 20th consecutive win in a row.
No, maybe not. I don't
yeah.
know.
Where's
14
Jamie?
in 2024.
When's
Where's
Jamie
Jamie
Hayter coming
Hayter?
back?
That is a good question.
She's tonight she's coming back. I just talked to her.
She's coming back
Is
in
it
All In to help Mariah May win over
Invasion
Tony.
Angle scoop? She's come back tonight.
No, she's gonna come
Yep.
back at All In to help
Nope.
DMD win against Sasha, dude.
Just told you she's come back tonight. Okay.
Shut up, dude.
Okay.
Oh, hold
babe?
on a second. I got Sean Ross Sapp here. He said, yeah, from what he's hearing, she's gonna come back tonight. She will.
All right.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
hold
so-
up,
Yeah.
hold
If she
up.
doesn't-
I'm getting
Okay.
I'm getting something in this headphone. It's Conrad Thompson. He said
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, Conrad. He's a
he
big
said
fan of the
Rick
show, by the
he
way.
said Ric Flair won't leave his house.
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck. I can't
All
help
right.
you there,
Thanks.
brother.
Thanks for coming in, Conrad. But yeah, Sean Ross is still on, and I just like Sean. We can't hear your voice, so I'll just whatever you say, I'll paraphrase it. You got this big match with Effie. Have you been training hard? What's going on? Who's training you? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That's cool, Sean. Yeah. So what Sean's saying is, basically he's a piece of shit, and
Oh,
he's
that's crazy.
yeah, and the fact that he got that match with Shaza earlier this year was bullshit.
Mhm.
And his in-ring work is it makes Tyrus look like fucking Chris Benoit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is
Yeah.
crazy that
Alright,
he
to
said
talk-
all
to
of
talk
that.
about the real star of Collision.
Yeah.
It's a returning wrestler, a small wrestler. Is it Reed?
Yes.
Nope. Marco
So that's what I was gonna get to.
Yes.
Marco Stunt came in. He did the open challenge for the TNT that Jack Perry was putting out there. Marco Stunt came in. It was kind of like a squash match, but it also was a very fun match, and they have a lot of history, so it was good.
And Luchasaurus growled at him backstage.
He
did.
did. That was after, but right before that match, the patriarchy, Christian and his buddies, they said, "We want the trios title." So I have a feeling Evil Marco is
Evil
on.
Uno.
Evil Marco is on the horizon, dude, and I'm excited for it.
I
I
hope
think he has
so,
to go back
dude.
to his church in Mississippi or something.
Nah,
I
dude.
think it was a one-off, but
He's not allowed back, dude. He's evil Marco now.
dude, put him in blood and guts.
For real,
For
dude.
real.
Throw him off the cage to the fifth
Just
row.
have him
Cool.
be like a little minion of the patriarchy. You know?
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
he's been working heel a
You're
lot
my
in
new
indies.
son.
It would
Yeah,
make
he was-
sense because like Christian Cage is like the reason he kind of got booted out of that group anyway.
We actually met Marco Stunt's dad at a show in Huntsville, Alabama.
What's his name?
I can't remember, but I'm not good with names, but he
Mark Stunt?
was filming him like
Mr.
really like
Stunt.
in depth. And I was like, and he was like, I don't know. And we just said something. We're like, oh yeah, Marco's great or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, that's my son.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
And we were like,
That's my
wow.
boy.
And he was fighting Action Mike Jackson, fucking beating up an old man, being a
That's
heel.
my
So he
boy Marco.
he can be a heel. I think that he's got those skills.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He's been working the indies as a heel past couple of years at GCW, and yeah, he'll be a great evil minion for sure, dude.
Well, I think this is
Hiding
the
under
first
the
time
ring and
he's wrestled in like 2 years.
well on like the
He's
main
been on the
circuit,
Indies,
right?
buddy.
No,
Yeah,
no. I'm looking at
We
the
saw
Cage
him.
match.
We saw him in the
I
past
saw
year.
him twice.
Are you
Was that
sure,
the
dude?
past?
I don't
So
think
the
he's
last.
wrestled in the year at least.
So when was that? We saw that Huntsville was last year. That was January 2023, I want to say. End of
Sounds about
January.
right.
And I think it was
I'm
end of
gonna look it
January
up.
2023. And then the summer
His
before
last
that,
dude,
we saw him wrestle Shane Mercer.
yeah, that was his last match before this was January 21st, 2023. So he hasn't wrestled in a year and a half.
And it
Wow.
was with old
Yeah,
man.
Mike Jackson, yeah.
Old
Well,
man
he
Mike
looked
Jackson.
good, man. Okay.
I'm not
Mike
saying he didn't. I'm
Jackson's
just saying he
yeah.
hasn't been wrestling.
Yeah.
The fuck is your problem,
Yeah.
Chris? He's fun size, bro.
Mike Jackson gave us like this evil leer, me and Jason. We were like walking alone
Oh
outside
yeah. And
he was
that's
just
that's
like
not the only time that's happened. It happened when he was
yeah.
here in fucking Center Stage in Atlanta too.
That's what I'm
He
talking
gave us
about. I'm talking
we
about the
walked
last
he
one, the little
Oh, okay. I thought
just
he did it
like
in Huntsville too.
no, he did. It's twice. I was just talking the recent one was even scarier. And I'm just like he's just sitting by his like stuff and he just like looks at us and we're just like,
Yeah,
all
it made
right,
us
dude.
nervous. Made us
Yeah.
nervous, dude.
But stop it, Mike.
Anyway,
Stop
then we're
fucking
moving
scaring
on.
me. I thought I could have lost my life at a fucking wrestling show.
Yeah, your life is in danger. The House of Black cut a little backstage promo. Basically, they're saying Christian and his buddies can suck it. They're gonna try to get the trios title, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So up next we have the Beast Mordos, also known as Taurus or Black Taurus.
That match
From the
rocked,
indies and
dude.
shit. Yeah, versus Claudio, which was very cool. There was like one moment where Taurus or Mordos fucking fell on like the cameraman, like went over the thing. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
There was some really cool spots.
They were saying like how
Claudio
Jacob
ended up
Fatu.
winning, did his big swing. What were you saying? Jacob
I was
Fatu?
saying we were talking about Jacob Fatu took out like the side ring doctor or whatever, like flipping
Yeah.
over the. So all the side ring people have been getting attacked this week, and I'm
Yeah,
for it.
people are just Who was the there was another Damian Priest went over a thing, I'm pretty sure, and hit some woman with his leg like really hard.
Oh, I
That
saw
was
that.
Jacob
Yeah.
Fatu. That was Jacob
Oh yeah,
Fatu.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn.
Anyway, Matt Menard still doing his thing, Daddy Magic. He had a little backstage interview with Lexi Nair. And basically spoke for Danny and was like, MJF, he's coming for you, buddy. You're gonna get the Red Death. Anyway, Rio versus Lady Frost. This is the match that we want to talk about. It was very good. Lady Frost needs to stop being like a jobber. You know what I mean? I appreciate that she's like enhancement talent, but you
Yeah.
know, you can
She
only be
gets
Natalia for so long, man.
yeah, and she's rad, dude. I've been a fan of hers for a minute now.
Yeah. It was a very good match though. She hit her with the Rio hit Lady Frost with the dragon suplex and she pinned her. And Serena Deeb did a little thing. She said
A little
I don't know,
promo,
she said
right?
something. She said some shit, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's
for
move
some reason,
on.
like the volume was on this time for Serena's promo, but like I didn't hear anything she said.
Yeah.
And
Then
it keeps happening. Keeps
Top Flight and
happening to
Shane.
me.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Wait,
man.
what did you say about Rio?
Just that I don't know which thing.
Did
She
you say that she got injured?
I don't think so.
She broke her arm in that match.
In that match,
Something like
I didn't
that. Or
even
she
notice
fractured
that.
something.
I didn't even notice that because she won. I don't know. That's crazy.
She fractured her arm.
Yeah,
Damn.
Tris knows because the emotional trauma his brother's been going through has been tough.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure.
had to
Right?
console one of his many brothers.
Yeah,
He won't
I
our
name
won't
heart
say. I
goes
them.
won't
out to
say which
you.
one.
Yeah, and then
But when you
he
see him,
hasn't.
it's the one
You'll
who's
know.
walking around in like this little pink wrestling gear with a tutu that he bought online.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
with that, let's get to the main event.
Speedy recovery.
It was yeah,
Bro,
speedy
you're not even
recovered
gonna mention
Riho.
the weird vignette they aired.
Which one?
The one where it's like a guy walks into a portal and then a masked man is shown, like a luchador-esque mask.
I must have been busy
It was like a 10
smoking the
second
booth pack.
vignette. It's like it's a debut. Someone we don't know who it is yet though.
That's exciting. Very
Spooky.
It said
exciting.
I
now
guess
load. It
those.
said now loading.
Oh no, it's
Hmm.
loading.
Now
Uh-oh.
Logan.
Check the
Oh shit,
Wi-Fi
it's gonna
because it
be
probably should have
Jake
came
Paul,
through
dude.
already.
Big Paul.
Check the unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah.
Anyway, Samoa Joe had harsh words for Jericho,
Yeah,
the
we
learning
go.
tree, because they're gonna be doing a Stampede street fight this Wednesday tonight.
Tonight.
Today.
Yeah.
This day.
And I bet you
Anyway,
they're gonna learn a lot.
Hope
I think
so.
we're all gonna
I
learn a
hope
lot.
so.
Hi
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
I love Jericho. I love that he's getting real
Yeah.
heat from this. Just gotta soak it in, man. Anyway, let's
Soak
get
it
to the
in,
fucking main event.
man.
Let's get to the main event, okay? So we can
Hurry
all
it up.
go home
Hurry it
and
up. We gotta
fucking
get in the rapid
party it up.
fire.
We have
We
rapid
got
fire,
Adam
dude.
Page versus Switchblade Jay White for the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament semifinal. We got Hizot and Rizzle into semifinals. That's a Benchwarmers reference.
With a bussy yacht.
Skibbity.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
This is Chris's last episode with us. So,
I'm a Costco guy.
Yeah, you're capping, dude.
this match, does it get a doom or a boom? I would say boom.
Ooh.
It's a boom, guys.
Yeah. And at least it
Um,
wasn't like a clean finish, so Switchblade doesn't look, didn't make it too much weaker, but yeah.
Yeah, but I
yeah.
guess he's gonna feud with Christian Cage
Yeah,
Which
for
and
is
the
pretty
probably
trios for
cool.
to
the trios
probably to
titles.
transfer those titles to him. And sorry, I'm
I don't think they're gonna win it, but
really
I think he retains at Wembley.
maybe that would make sense.
But
I don't
yeah,
know if
Hangman
they're gonna.
won with help from Christian Cage.
Yep, and he was bleeding like a stuffed pig. It was pretty gnarly.
Shot her
think
to
they're
the $2
I think they're
pistol.
both bleeding, but yeah, it was cool. It was a very hardcore match. It reminded me of like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold a little bit. The way like so much of it
Heard of him?
was on the outside of the ring. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
like and even like Hangman like bladed on the other side of the barricade because he came
What do you
up and
mean?
he's just like
What do you mean?
anyway he
What do you
started
mean
bleeding.
bladed? It's real.
Anyway,
You
it
got
was a good
Switchblade.
match. Can't wait to see what happens in the rest of this
Tonight's
tournament.
gonna be fucking nuts, dude. This is a PPV tonight. I'm scared and excited.
Hell yeah.
And if Tony fucks this up, because this is like the real beginning of the road to All In.
Are they in Calgary
And
tonight?
They are.
Cool.
yeah, it's
Calgary
Hitman country,
Stampede, baby.
baby. It's Hitman
I'm a
country.
cowboy, baby.
It's from the Calgary
Yeah.
Stampede Saddle Dome. So I guess
That's my
there's
favorite Saddle
Ooh,
Dome.
the Saddle
same.
Dome.
It's my favorite.
Come
I like
on
the Doug
down.
Dimmadome.
All right, time to get
All
in the
right,
rapid
so
fire.
rapid fire. It's not too long of one, but it's really great
Well,
news.
we need to be at least less than 10 minutes.
Okay, so some cool stuff with the TNA NXT crossovers, updates with that. Obviously, All Ego won the NXT title, which was fucking awesome.
It's a boom.
It's a boom. It's a 10. We love it.
I think
And
it's cool.
this week on Impact, Charlie Dempsey is facing Wentz. Zachary.
Zach Wentz of the
Zach
Rascals,
Wentz.
Zachary Wentz. Oh, okay.
who also showed up on NXT
That's pretty
with
cool.
That guy.
who's the other guy? Trey McGill? Is that his name?
Yeah, Trey Miguel. And then it was cool. And then like the main
That's a
event
cool
of
crossover.
the main event of NXT was fucking awesome. It was Joe Hendry and Trick Williams versus Ethan Page and Sean Spears. So that's some next level awesome shit. And yeah, Joe Hendry got the victory because we all believe in him.
Ooh.
When you say his name, he fucking always appears.
And then the bell rings,
Always.
bro.
And that leads me to more just like we've had these weird stories that Shane O'Mac and AEW, and then there was the one where he ran into Mercedes Moné at the airport, and they were like talking for a while. You guys hear about this? You hear about
Yes.
that? Yep.
I heard about
They're
it.
saying at the airport, and they yeah, they're saying at the airport. You ever sit at
What
airport?
else?
Wow, they smell weird.
What else?
So hopefully Shane O'Mac does show up in AEW because I think that would be, I don't know, beloved.
I don't.
He'd be more appreciated.
He's the next member of the Blood and Guts team of Team AEW.
Dude, Blood and
It
Guts
makes
is like
me-
a match perfectly made for him. You know, because he does high spot
It makes
stuff
me
and kind
wonder.
of it's
Yeah, but the
great.
last time he wrestled,
do you
he tore his
think-
ACL.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think he does it for the love of wrestling, or
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the only way he
Yeah.
does it.
Because
has
he
enough
loves
money. He has enough
wrestling,
money,
dude. Yeah.
well, then
no,
it would be
Daniel-
cool if he actually,
Yeah. Well, that's why he always wants
I
to.
could
That's
see
why he
him
wanted to
doing
do
it.
that Mania.
That's
He
why he,
always
like,
asks
He
to
was an
wrestle at
ECW
Mania.
boy at heart.
Yeah, they
True.
turn him
He loved
down
the
all the
EC dub.
time.
That was his thing.
Yeah, Shane's cool as fuck, dude. He's the coolest in the world, and he's my favorite wrestler of all time, dude.
Okay, what's 10? What's next?
Of all time, dude.
Just don't check out Shane McMahon's laptop. All right,
Stop,
next
dude.
thing.
He deleted the emails.
He's like
delete
Hunter
the
Biden.
emails. Yeah. So the final rapid fire is so WWE they're putting some money out there to keep getting some trademarks. They got former WCW pay-per-views Super Brawl and New Blood Rising. This is leading a lot of people in the wrestling, news media to make a lot of different assumptions of what is WWE up to. And to
The
me,
fuck are they
I
planning?
think a lot of people are saying, hey, are they trying to bring WCW back, make it a show? What if they make it Wednesday night, go up against Dynamite? Wow, that would be crazy.
I think,
They
I think that would confuse people.
they make WCW Nitro and have it have the predecessor beat What If He Came? Dynamite.
And
And
DDP
that-
is the booker.
The GM.
Yeah.
No, just bring Kevin Sullivan back.
Well, I mean, we can. Someone that I think should go active wrestling again. He's taking a little bit of a break, but one of the greatest WCW champs of all time, Mr. David Arquette. You can bring him back first night, put the strap on
True.
him.
Is Scream on
get-
Netflix?
I don't know.
Could be
I don't know.
crossover, dude.
I think it's on Paramount.
Fuck
Yeah,
Paramount Plus.
but they killed him off,
Paramount
so
Plus.
he should be able to do it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
would
know,
be cool.
man.
Pass.
Yeah,
Goldberg.
I
yeah.
like Super
Goldberg
Brawl.
versus David Arquette, dude, at Super Bowl. That's the main
I
event.
like Super Brawl. I don't like the other pay-per-view name, but
Yeah,
It's
how are you
just a-
booking?
It's
Yeah.
a weird concept to me because it's like, what identity from WCW do they still have left? I mean, I guess it could be Cody's show because Dusty was
Yeah,
on
I-
WCW.
they're not gonna
for-
put their top baby face
Yeah,
on it.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
it-
exactly. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. It just doesn't. I don't
yeah.
know if there's a need
Well,
for it.
There isn't.
Yeah. So I think they're just gonna keep probably. Personally, I think these are probably New Blood Rising will probably be used for NXT pay-per-view.
Probably.
It could possibly being used for like a Netflix creepy pay-per-view, and they come and probably do something. Maybe they'll have an extra
I
pay-per-view
mean,
thrown out that year.
NXT does a thing like AEW does, where like they
Yeah,
just like name their
but-
episodes sometimes. Like they do like
Yeah.
NXT Great American Bash, but that's like not
Yeah.
a pay-per-view. It's just
But
like a weekly show.
But that's like where the dirt sheet medias can fuck off because like I don't really.
You can
I don't
suck
see
Super
my-
Brawl
WCW
Saturday. I don't even know what it's
No,
called.
well, I don't see WCW.
And your
yeah,
shirts
I
are
just-
too small too, Billy.
Yeah, as a brand, it would be weird building it again. It would be odd if you were gonna do that. That's what NXT would be. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know how you add that to it, but I think mostly Super Brawl is gonna be WWE's version of what they're a part of in January. They have like WWE like they're like AEW. I think they're doing the event with like Marigold.
Who?
Marigold.
No, who's the
Yeah,
event? Well,
like WWE. Like they're gonna
oh,
be part of like whatever
okay.
summit with Marigold. Who the
Oh,
fuck? GCW. Like there's gonna be like I don't know, but I think Super
EDT. I don't know.
Brawl. I think Super Brawl is gonna be like their
Dragon Gate.
chance to make their own like summit where they have TNA wrestlers, GCW wrestlers, guys from NXT main roster, and just do a lot of wild shit.
Yeah.
That's what I think Super Brawl would be. You know what I mean? Like a specific. If you're trying to get like a new pay per view like that, I think that and New Blood Rising. I think that just makes a lot of sense for like a pay per view they would do maybe randomly in November or December after somewhere in December after Survivor Series because
Yeah.
I would have the new bloodline defeat the old bloodline, Roman and them at Survivor Series, and then the next pay per view is New Blood Rising because the new bloodline is really taken over, and then the
Yeah, and you
name
can
goes with it, and the
yeah.
name's tailored to like what the storyline is, and it's
Or you can
perfect.
even just use for NXT with like new blood because it's new wrestlers.
Yeah.
But
There's like so much you can do with it,
yeah. Do we
and
have
it's a
any
cool
more
pay per view name.
Yeah, and that's in 3
um
days. The Marigold
rapid fire?
WWE event. It's
Yeah,
WWE and Marigold. It's
We
called
have more
Marigold's Summer Destiny.
yeah.
we have any more rapid fire?
Yeah, well, the other ones like I kind of talked about here
Hit them quick.
the AEW event in January or whatever. That's NJPW, AEW, CMLL, and
And Ring of Honor.
yep, and Ring of Honor. But yeah, that's all rapid fire.
That'll
That
be
is
cool.
Well,
episode
and you
30.
didn't bring up what's her face? Stephanie.
Oh my! I can't believe I almost forgot.
Do
This
it
is the
quick
most
though. Do it
important.
quick.
Stephanie Vacure is joining Julia Gulia, our girl at NXT and WWE.
Wow.
They're
That
not even
women's
giving
division is stacked, dog.
they didn't even like give her like any time to drop any of the belts. They just said, "All right, you're done. You're coming in."
Yeah, yeah. Stephanie Vacure, she's
Yeah.
like, yeah. She said I thought about AEW, but yeah, I met Tony and
But
he
then
just wasn't as
Mercedes.
cool. Cool.
But then
Yeah,
they were like, let's give your belt to Mercedes, and then you can maybe we'll mix you into the
yeah.
fucking rotation eventually.
No, she just said if I would have signed with AEW if the EVPs were the ones completely in control because they have the real vision. They've got the
Dude,
true vision, dude.
that's how Mercedes won, dude. The EVPs
Yeah,
let her.
yeah.
So is that all?
Hopefully Hangman stops being, chills out with the EVPs. Like they're good bosses, Hangman, all right?
Yeah.
Like they cared about your mental health. They want you to cool off for a bit, dude.
Yep.
Here. Listen to your brothers. Brothers.
I just want to be with
I,
my brothers.
I think
We
that was
just
this week
want
in
to
wrestling.
be. That
Episode
was this
30.
week. Episode
Episode
30.
30. Yeah, we get flirty. Chris's
XXX.
underwear always kind of dirty.
No, it's not, dude. No, it's not. All right, time to go to
Invasion
Bobby's
angle.
house.
Dynamite
Invasion.
time.
Invasion angle.
Bet you love that sweet ass podcast. I am John Cena and I approve this message. Boobies.